It's just one day. What is your primary concern right now? The number one thing you're working on?
Yeah, solidifying the defensive line. I love the defensive end depth, defensive tackle. Obviously, that's where we've lost some guys, but I am excited about the guys that we do have. Dallas Vakalahi is everything that we thought he was going to be. Liki Bimahi is the other veteran that comes back. And then we've got a bunch of young guys that we're excited about that need to continue to hone in on the technique and scheme. But it's very promising. It's not like I'm sitting here, worried about that position coming into the season. We just got to get them right, and no better teacher for those guys than Luther Ellis.
I'm curious about the corners position. You have some open spots over there. What are you seeing early from the guys you have in that room?
Very good progress so far. It's apparent that we recruited the right guys to those positions. Love the length, the combination of length and speed that we have at those positions, and we're seeing some younger guys emerge as well. So the competition is a good thing at that position, and Smith being able to play outside, play inside, that's kind of the guy that leads the whole show, and it's a good competition in that room so far. Again, we don't have pads on, so you really don't know who's who in terms of physicality and who's willing to throw it up in there, but
You talk about bringing guys in, and I'm curious as the college game changes and NIL becomes more important. When you're trying to bring guys in, how important is NIL, and how important is the fact that you have a track record of putting a lot of guys in the NFL?
Well, I think you're trying to sell everything. You're trying to sell your culture. You do have, NIL is a factor in most everybody. But usually, guys want to know that they're going to be developed the right way, that they're going to be cared for. Obviously, depth has something to do with it as well. More guys are, we get into that sophomore year, and if I'm not seeing time, you're seeing more of those guys take off, which is it's tough when you're talking about developing, but that's just how it is right now.
There's been a lot of talk about raising the standard from your guys yesterday. What is the key for your defensive unit raising the standard going into 2025?
I would say we weren't good enough in run defense last year. Not good enough in run defense. I don't know that we didn't have enough takeaways. So those two things are the biggest thing for us, the ability to flip the field, turn the ball over. We did some good things, first downs, third downs, but we got to take the ball away, and we got to be more stout in stopping the run.
What do you like from the guys you have on the defensive end so far?
Speed, athleticism. They allow you to do different things in terms of dropping into coverage and creating mismatches. You'll see us in 4 defensive end looks, 5 defensive end looks at times. So it allows us to get a little bit creative, but love the depth that we have in that room.
Is the defensive tackle, do you feel like you have what you need there, or is it going to be a spring portal?
You never know from practice to practice. Mm-hmm. You may lose a guy, to injury, and so you're never satisfied. You're always looking to continue to develop. In terms of the numbers, we're probably down 1 scholarship-wise at defensive tackle spot, so probably looking for portal to fill that need. But other than that, like I said, the guys that we have, I feel like we recruited the right guys. Now it's developing them and not giving them too much to think about.
What's the key for Vakalahi and Lea'ea in that room?
It's exactly what I like, technique. We missed a lot of gap assignment football last year. We're just not playing with great technique, not playing with sound technique. The other thing is the offseason's been very good to both those two. Both of them got stronger, got bigger. Jonah Lea'ea, probably the most consistent in yesterday's practice with technique. So I'm really excited about him because of his length. The freshman that gets me really excited is Carson Kafusi. That guy's got a special future. So Michael Tautioli is a walk-on that, my guess is he's going to end up earning a scholarship. He's playing well, so we've got good guys.
It seems like open field tackling was sort of an issue last season. Now that you've gotten a full off season of tape and able to bring in your own guys, have you been able to pinpoint what went wrong there last season.
Yeah, missing time. So a lot of it's just a lot of it's just throwing shoulders instead of wrapping up. So you have to be able to wrap up in this league, and if you're throwing a shoulder, the guys are big and strong, got good enough contact balance that they're going to make you miss. So it's just a matter of tackling the right way.
You have Leivani back in the linebacker room this year. How much is that going to benefit the rest of the team this season?
What's going to benefit, I would say, the biggest benefit is his leadership. When you're not with us during the season, your focus is on rehab, you're not in the room as much, they don't hear your voice as much. This is a guy that brings a ton of experience, a ton of leadership, so love having him. He's still kind of on the mend, but we're getting him reps in practice, and by the end of spring, my guess is he'll be full go, but loving having him back primarily. Obviously he's a playmaker, but the leadership factor. You lose Karene, you've got Lander in there, but the experience that Leivani has, that leadership is big time.
You've got 3 proven guys in your safety room. Take me through how just the progress there with everybody, how you're feeling about it, and some of the young guys too.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for Teo was putting on weight. That's one guy that would sometimes throw a shoulder, probably because he didn't trust his body weight. He's gotten bigger and stronger. Ran a 4.38, so the speed is there. That's lovely. Love that. And then Rabbit Evans is a guy that, watch out. He's special. Nate Ritchie, my gosh, just to watch him in day one, some of these early preps, so very good competition there as well. Jackson Benny's a guy that everyone's going to want to keep an eye on. Love his versatility. He's a 4.46 guy that can jump out of the gym and has been doing some really good things for us. Jelani Davis, the progress he's making, and the freshman Nate Tillman. We've got a couple guys coming in as well, so good depth there as well.
We got time for 2 more. You mentioned turnovers as being a need. What are you doing to address that this spring?
Well, involving a ball in every drill, making sure that our guys are catching after practice, doing turnover circuits, making it concerted effort, second guy, third guy in of popping the ball out. So definitely spending much more time trying to find ways to flip the field.
You used to use the term 4 and a score.
4 and a score, you heard it yesterday, too.
Oh, so you're bringing it back.
Well, it's always been there, but, that's a John P.'s favorite. We just weren't doing a good enough job of it last year, but, that's something that we've been known for, is those havoc plays, and I feel like we did a good enough job of creating pressure last year. Sacks can be misleading, but the amount of pressure that we were creating, making the quarterback get rid of the ball early, knocking bodies into them, I thought we did a really good job of that last year. It was just, you look at those situations where the ball's on the ground. I think we had 3 or 4 against BYU. The ball's on the ground, we don't come up with it. A couple others that in key moments, key situations, we don't pick up that ball, and those are game changers. So turnovers are a big emphasis this spring.
Thanks.